through some researches, a lot of research has been done on that.
Yeah.
And I've read both ways. But I tend to believe the ones that say it's not happening because if it happened every time, it would happen every time. And that doesn't seem to be the problem. Yes, ma'am.
What about the wasps after you get bitten? What can you do to get rid of that?
The aphis is, again, is good. Get the stinger out first, get ice on it, and then after the ice has pretty much got it numb, then I put aloe on it, or you can put meat tenderizer. That's another thing that a lot of people like to use.
What about comfrey?
Comfrey's another good one. I don't like comfrey. I mean, for me personally, I go straight to the ice. If I don't have ice, then I put aloe on it. That works for me the best. But you need to try all of them. Let's find out what works for you the best. Yes, sir.
Chiggers.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Sugar rush.
And we're getting to that season. I just got my first case of chiggers last week. The thing to do is prevent those from getting on you in the first place. And there are no nice ways. There are a lot of things like lavender oils and your essential oils and a lot of these.
You cannot put enough lavender oil on to keep them off more than about 5 minutes.
Right. The thing that really works the best is sulfur. Sulfur dust. And the thing is, you don't dust your own skin, you dust the outside of your pants. And that works really well. But then you smell like sulfur, and how do you take care of your clothes? You wash your clothes, and it eats up your washing machine. I like Skin So Soft. It works fairly well. And I don't put it on myself, I put it on my clothing. And Skin So Soft is not too bad, and it rinses out fairly easy in the washing. There's lemon balm again. I mean, there's a lot of different essential oils and things like that, but she's right, 5 minutes, and that's about the extent of it.
My husband will apple cider vinegar. He'll get in the shower and drinks them.
Yeah, after you've got them.
No, before he goes out.
Before he goes
outside.
out. I haven't tried that one. I need to try that.
When he knows he's going to be mowing out in the high grass, he'll do that before he ever goes out. And then, of course, as soon as he finishes, he does the same thing. And it
I ought
helps.
to write that one down.
They don't like the smell of the vinegar.
And Listerine for the bites.
Yeah, I've used Listerine, and it works really well.
Mm-hmm.
It works really well. I don't use Listerine for gargling with. I use it for bites, and I don't happen to have any of that.
When we used to bivouac at Fort Hood, they told us to take sulfur tablets about a month before we came down to camp, and it worked.
It works.
We
But
get
again,
there,
you can also,
they don't get on you.
it'll also ruin your kidneys.
Well, yeah, but you smell good.
I grew up where there was a well at my dad's ranch, and we go up there, and you literally held your nose and poured it in. I mean, it was that bad. But 2 days of that, and ticks won't crawl on you, chiggers won't get on you, mosquitoes won't bother you. I mean, it really works.
The girls won't bother you.
Right. Of course, everybody was doing it, so it didn't make any difference. You had your girl with you. She was smelling pretty good. But yeah, the sulfur works. The problem is it can ruin your kidneys. It does upset your.
We only had to do it once a year, so it didn't work too much.
Oh. That's a good one. I keep looking for. I'm gonna try this apple cider. That's really good. Yes, sir.
Fleas and ticks?
Fleas and ticks, nematodes, beneficial nematodes.
Anything other than the nematodes?
Well, for the ticks, there's a lot of things like diatomaceous earth inside the house. The diatomaceous earth and boric acid, I mix the two together in a 50-50 ratio and use a duster and dust all around. And I think that works well. Fleas, they're real easy with the nematodes. They work great. We put out the nematodes, and today you can't find fleas. It's that quick.
You just like sprinkle them in your yard or in your area?
What we do is I've got a hose-on sprayer, and I take the nematodes and I squeeze it out and I put that in. Actually, hiring Rod back there to do compost tea and the nematodes at the same time, real good. Real good. Because then you're also stimulating the things in the ground that attack them naturally. So, much better than just nematodes by themselves, but nematodes work great. Ticks, ticks get moved by mice and rats. And so the best thing to do with mice and rats is give them a nice place to live.
Don't deer.
Well,
Oh, deer.
what happens is the mice and rats move the ticks, and then the ticks get on the
Get on
deer.
the deer.
When the ticks fall off the deer, they go back to looking for mice and rats.
And that works on those big blood ticks also?
Yes, what I've found is toilet paper rolls or the roll from your wax paper, the long paper cylinders. You get cotton and you pack that in and you dust all your cotton with diatomaceous earth and borax or boric acid. And then the rats come and they pick that out. The rats and mice pick that out and they take it and make their little nest with it. And as long as they're getting this little boric acid, diatomaceous earth, they remain tick and tick free. And so then they don't transport it to the deer. And that's kind of
Well, I
what
have
take care of.
4 cats and they're outdoors, so I think they're taking care of my,
Why?
what,
Why do you have 4 cats outdoors?
why do I have 4 cats outdoors?
Yes.
Why?
Why
To take
not?
care of my rats and my mice.
Yes, but then you also get your snakes that come in because of the,
I never have seen one. That's why I was thinking that the deer are bringing the ticks instead of the mice and rats.
no, it's the mice and rats.
Rats, well, I just have them somewhere.
And the cats are probably inside at night?
No,
No, they're outside 24/7?
I have 2 in and 2 out.
What if the cats are in and out?
Bring it into your home?
No, 2, they stay out completely, and I have 2 that
Oh,
go in
two,
and out.
okay. Well, yeah, if you're having ticks in your home, the cats are bringing in.
Well, then, yeah, well, my dog is out, but that one day, all of a sudden, I looked on his head, and it looked like 2 little mothballs there, and I couldn't figure what in the world, because I haven't had him shaved.
Mhm.
And when I looked, that they were those unusual, I haven't seen blood ticks like that in years,
You got a new crop of mice and rats.
evidently. I was really surprised, and I had a heck of a time. I took Vaseline to try to get them out of there,
Mhm.
because I didn't want to take the tweezer and then leave the
No,
head in there.
that's a good way. Just put the Vaseline on and let it take itself out. Once it's out, no problem. Well, you're taking on a massive amount of notes.
So that when he has problems,
Well,
look
that
it up.
cutworm's working on the base of my tomatoes, and they killed a couple of them.
The what?
Cutworms.
Cutworms
But now, where do they live during the day? I can't find them.
on the plant.
Can't find them.
You're looking below the leaves?
Huh?
You're looking below the leaves?
Yeah. Well, they're just little plants.
Oh, well, the thing to do is when you plant these things, put something around it.
Cover around.
Yeah, what I do is I cut the bottom of a 5-gallon container out. Only now I'm using the 20-gallon containers.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem whatsoever. Unless the moth comes and lays it, and then I find it,
Yeah.
he's not going anywhere. He's on that plant.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
she's on that plant.
Well, why don't you come down to the very ground level and chew on it and then sleep on the plant during the day?
You can put, there's something called
Oh,
sticky stuff, and you
yeah.
put it around the base of that, and that'll catch them. I just go looking for them really well. Or you can always go out at night with a flashlight and find them,
Yeah.
I'll send you.
because they're on top of the leaf then. They're eating. Other questions? Am I running out of time?
Gnats, and it just seems like in late spring, they're terrible down here. People said, oh, it's just that time of the year, gnats.
Invite bats and swallows to your landscape. Well, that's the end of my time.
Do you have a question?
That's all right.
All right. As we go into our second hour, I'm gonna let Robin introduce our speaker.